What up? Rogers Pass is getting sick. This is a place that really grows on me every time I come here. It was like one of the first places I came to when I came to these walls. It was one of the first major hikes that I did coming to BC, like for the first time a couple years back when I drove through the mountain Rockies. Anyways, so it's July. Fuck. It's July 5th, and basically I've been doing a talk, just checking in and seeing where I am with my life every month since the new year of 2019. And funny enough, I was talking to people last night, so last time I checked in, I've been doing this tour guiding gig, which is really sweet. I really enjoy it. It doesn't feel like I'm working, even though I'm working pretty hard. Like in terms of like hours, and driving is tiring, but it's good tiring. It's weird. I really, really enjoy it though. Yeah. And yeah, I was telling people how I started doing this last night because I had a group that I dropped off in Calgary, and I was telling them about this, and it's funny how I said I started doing this just randomly, and after a couple videos I suddenly started having an audience to talk to. I don't know who I'm talking to again. It's just me alone in here in my van vehicle. Last time was my Jeep. Before that, I was in the gondolas. Whatever. But anyways, I like to ramble and rant when I'm all over the place with my thoughts. So I try and stay on one track. So here I am, July 5th. And I've been doing this since May. And it's been great. I really love it. I really do. It's just great to really appreciate and see where things have kind of manifested themselves within my own life based on the things that I wanted to do in the past and what I said. So for a long time, I always, like, a big dream of mine was to just give up, like, all my material possessions and stuff like that, and just live everything, put everything in a van, and just live out of my van. And it's funny, I was just thinking about it, how I have a van, and even though, like, I'm doing this for work, it's not my van, but I'm still, like, I get to use the van all the time, and I'm sleeping out of it all the time, in these really cool places. Like, it's pretty funny that kind of materialized, and just the kind of things that come out just from your thoughts, right? Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, but I just feel like talking, and this is going to be a long thing, because these videos just keep getting longer and longer. Yeah. I find it difficult sometimes too to talk about what I'm feeling, more so because I find I just feel a lot better with myself. It sounds really weird to say, like, I feel a lot better about where I am, and I don't feel the urge to express myself as strongly as I used to with what I kind of wanted or what, you know? So I'm kind of more humbler or quieter as a result of that, so I'm more like aloof in a sense to people. I feel like I come off a little bit funny sometimes, or simpler, which is cool, but it's like I'm far from simple, but I am simple. Man, this is like, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But either way, it's July 5th. I've been doing this job, tour guiding, for about since May, and it's freaking awesome. Like, I really love it. I really do. It just coincides with my lifestyle, and then, yeah. I'm glad the people that have come to me and that I've been touring around, they can take something from my words, and they can feed off that in a positive way with their experience with me. So I'm really grateful for that. And just that alone, like, I get to drive through all these places, and just, like, I'm super grateful. It sounds so crazy to say all the time. Man. I can't even explain myself because these feelings are just so overwhelming, but it's just like I was literally just like feeling in love with the freaking drive this morning, just looking at the mountains and just like the contour in the mountain and just seeing the lighting behind it, even though it's just been raining for like a week, like steady. It's freaking awesome, man. Like, I'm super excited about where I am in my life, and I'm super excited to share about my experiences next month in where I am, where I've been with this. I started climbing more, outdoors more, naturally, and I met a lot more like-minded people as well. The other guys that I work with are really fucking great. Like, super excited to see them all the time. Like, it's just really great. Yeah. Life is good. To say the least. Yeah. I finished in Calgary last night, and then I stayed there, and today was a stampede. I caught a little bit of the parade, and I really did wish I could spend a little bit more time, but I have to drive back and pick up another group in like 2 days, so I'm just kind of on a quick turnaround, driving pretty far to go do that and organize myself for the next trip. And I really do wish I had some time to spend in Calgary. It was super fun. Just being there in like a big city, and just the one thing I wanted to escape when I was immersed in Toronto was just that working world mentality. But when you're in that, but you have your own little bubble around yourself because you're doing something completely different than everybody else in there, it's so nice. Because at any point you see all the madness, and you can actually appreciate the madness and find beauty and joy in it. Because you know you could just roll your own separate bubble away from it at any time. It's the greatest feeling ever. It's fucking great. You know, and you meet some people, and like the people that I've been touring around, they're really great people. And but they all have that kind of urge, and I see myself in them, my past self in them a lot too, right? Because they have that urge to just say, oh, I just want to say fuck it and go and do this and that, and then just be like, so I come at them and I say, well, do it. Why don't you just go? Like, you can always just go. And then just to kind of see a little bit of a backpedal from them, being like, well, I don't know. Like, you can see the kind of other thoughts kind of stopping them. And yeah, it's just interesting to see that also in them. So I see my past self in them. But they're at that tipping point. So like, I'm glad that they were with me on this sort of trip, because I can instigate them to quit their job. Basically, like an asshole, force them to do all these life-changing decisions by being super optimistic. That's optimism bias, apparently, right? But I'd rather be like that and fucking look for the best in everything, no matter how shit and grim everything looks, because I believe that life will still take care of you. Maybe that is a bias, but make big changes and big things come your way. That's just the way it is. Like, my life is pretty damn cool, and I'm getting sitting here freaking talking to you about it. I don't know who I'm talking to, and I just like talking at this point, but yeah, I love it. It's great. So, how about your local sports team? Alright, I got nothing else to talk about. I'm gonna let you go. See ya! So I guess that's another thing that's been happening. So that's another thing that's been happening with these videos is I have 2 parts to these months. Just like the last one, or one of the last ones I had, is as soon as I was done talking, I just like, there's always things that I need to keep talking about that I just think about after I watch, like, or listen to what I just said, right? And this one's a fun one. Just, I wanted to incorporate more dance into my life. It sounds hilarious to say, maybe that's surprising, but dancing is amazing. It's movement, number one. It's meditative. It's expressive, right? It's just a way to express whatever you're feeling through whatever you're kind of internalizing through, obviously, like the music that you're listening to. And sometimes you don't need music. Sometimes you can just dance for the shit of dancing, right? Anyways, I dabbled in dance just on my own, not like dancing, like just talking about in the past, anytime I've been out, like sometimes I would dance, but usually it took me a lot of alcohol to dance in the past at university, stuff like that. And I mean, now, it's still definitely alcohol fueled, but it's something that I was never that person to go to a bar, for example, and just strictly dance. Right? But that's been happening quite a lot more, and I'm really like psyched on it because it's super fun. is I've been dancing so much more. I mean, yes, I'm still pretty damn drunk when I do, but it also makes it that much more fun. And I'm really excited that I can do that, that I can loosen up to that point, because like dancing, I mean, for me, it's uncomfortable. It used to be really uncomfortable because you can be a bad dancer just how you can be a really bad singer. It's a performance, right? Performance anxiety is like a really big thing among a lot of different people. Performance anxiety for like public speaking, for example, like there's so many different aspects in that kind of spectrum of what performance means, and how many kind of fears are associated and attached to performing, right? And that's exactly what dance is. It's a performance. You're putting yourself out there entirely, and the world is literally judging you, like the world being the people around you at the moment, right? And it's scary. And for me to kind of get used to that and actually like appreciate and enjoy dancing, and literally like I completely separate myself from any of those thoughts, not like trying to, it just happens naturally because I'm so involved in this like dance that I'm feeling to the music. And it's like, I don't know if I'm a good dancer or not, but it's fucking fun. And I'm super excited that has been happening in my life. Shuffle dancing, like I've been looking at a lot of like Instagram videos on just people shuffle dancing. It's super fun looking. I wish I could dance like some of these people can. In the past when we used to dance, like me and a couple buddies used to joke around doing like football footwork ladder drills, or speed drills, and we'd incorporate them into dance moves at the bar. And that's why, I don't know, I'm drawn to that, because like I appreciate the footwork that it takes to do it right. It's super impressive. It's cool. And yeah, just like messing around with that is super fun. And that's actually what I've also noticed over the last like month or two, is that I'm definitely dancing more, and I'm making a point to dance more because it's fun. I could rekindle with my inner child, my youth. I never danced as a kid, but it is youthful to do. It's playful, it's happy, it's on the opposite end of what everything wrong in the world is, in a sense. It's a little extreme statement, but that's how I feel about it. Because when you dance, you're dancing for happiness, and it's mindful because it's in the moment, and nothing else matters when you completely immerse yourself in it. And it's sweet because I can experience that.